Right now on the NQ, looks like I got to set up a flatline switch. Since I'm not going to be trading during the daytime session, maybe taking this one right here. So I got one contract queued up, should be risking about $500. I'm looking to make around 1,000 to 1,500 would be nice. We just got that rejection off of there though, so we'll see. Let's zoom in a little bit. It's a pretty big little quick rejection, but this is a support area, so I guess you could say it's expected. If this wants to stay flatline down here and I can get a switch on it, then taking it short. If we look at the 30-minute, I think I got a few minutes time. 30-minute. So we're still in a bit of a downtrend. We did have that little poke out to the top side there, sell off to the new low, lower high to lower low maybe. That's what it kind of looks like to me. We do have a lot of red candles. New 30-minute candle just opened though, and it looks like it's just selling off. So we'll see if it wants to retrace first and then come back down. Not sure. Let's go look at the 5-minute real quick. 5-minute, you can kind of see that sell off right there, right into support. This green candle got full retracement. Now it's bouncing back up. So maybe a little bit. We might even see another green 5-minute candle before it wants to come back down. But if it doesn't stay flatline, then I'm not going to take it. Let's go back to the 1-minute. Okay, back to the 30. We got that retrace of at least half that 30-minute candle before it. Problem is it's going to take away my flatline unless this wants to sell off real quick. Nice full retracement now. But again, if my flatline doesn't stick, then I can't do it. Okay, it looks like I got a long trade setting up now in 43 seconds for a checkmark trade here. Another one of my strategies for the evening. And if it's a loser, no big deal. I just switch it to the short side and recover it all. But we got time. We got 30 seconds. Yeah. Came into this support area. It's bouncing off that support area now. With a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, higher low. Looking for a higher high. 15 seconds, jumping in long. One contract.
Order filled.
All right, in long with one contract. So I'm almost risking one to make one. If we can squeeze a little more out, then I'll get a little better than 1-to-1. It's asking for a lot though. We got to get through a lot of resistance to get up here. See what happens. Once we get past this green line, I could start looking to trail a stop. I'm going to move my stop to break even plus a couple dollars now that we're starting to push up here. And if it wants to fail again, then I'll at least protect my account when the new 30-minute, new 1 hour opens. When it breaks above here, I'll move my stop again. Could have took $400 right there. Would have been pretty good. And instead, I'm going to take $40. That's disappointing.
Order filled.
Could have took 400. Instead, I'm going to take 40. At least it's not a lot. Not even. I took 26. Come on. But look at that now. The new candles are getting ready to open. So we're making tails and wicks right now. So I guess I'll just wait for the next setup and then I'll bring it to you. Either way, another trade's coming. And that's one thing traders like. You can't get caught up on like, oh, I missed a trade. Oh, I got to get in because something's happening right now. I know. I do. I still do all the time. And but I always tell myself, there's another trade coming. You don't have to be in this one. There's another one coming. I just hate when I feel like I'm skipping winners to take losers. Then I get a little bit frustrated. But like a bus, there's always another trade coming. So we'll wait for it, and I'll bring it to you when it happens. Same thing. We see the lower highs. It was working its way up, and now we're made a lower low. Lower high. I'm getting a switch to the short side. It's a little bit of a tricky switch, but we're going to take one contract short.
Order filled.
All right, in short, one contract. Based on a checkmark trade with this switch. And the lower lows, looking for that lower high to a lower low. A little less than 1-to-1 risk reward on this trade. Target is basically the bottom of that right there. But if it wants to breach it, maybe we'll make a little extra money out of it. We'll see. So it's got to get through that support. But on the short term, we are on our way down with a low, lower high, lower low. Hopefully a lower high and a lower low on that 5 minute. Which also almost looks like a little bit of an M pattern. Back to the 1 minute. Alright, let's see what happens, traders. Maybe we can make a little bit of money. If I can pick up at least $700 tonight, that'll put me in striking distance to get through this eval by Friday. I think actually, it looks like I might actually have till Monday to pass it. So I might have a little bit more room. It's unclear for me on how it's going to work with the billing, but I'd like to be passed by Friday just to make sure. And that'll be my last trading day. So today and then Friday. Even if I trade Thursday night, that's considered a Friday cycle. So the most I'm allowed to make in a day is 4,500. So if I don't make at least 700 tonight, I won't be able to make enough to pass this on Friday because I'll violate the consistency rule that exists in the evaluation account. The funded account that I'm looking at does not have a consistency rule, but the evaluation does. So I need to get at least 700 to get through that. Actually, I think I need to get 1,200 to get through that. All right, we're coming down to the target, right? No, 700. 700 and I'm good. Because then I'll be at 154.5, and then I'll be halfway there. So then I just have to go big on Friday. Be nice if I can get lucky and this thing just tanks to the downside and I can drop my stop and watch it go. All right, well, I'm going to move my stop to break even plus a couple bucks. If it decides it wants to turn around from here, we could start making higher lows. So I'll just get out break even plus a few bucks. It's these break even plus a few dollars that mess up my statistics when you look at my average winning and average losing trades. So my average winning is so close to my average losing because, actually it's lopsided, right? My average losing is more than my average winning because of those like $30 wins. All right. Just barely touching there. I would have guessed it's going to at least break through here. Even if it wants to go higher, just to shake the tree. Get out all those stops that are right there. Pick up some shorts. So I missed out on $400 that first trade. Could take this 400 right now. But watch, I'll end up with another 26 bucks instead. It's like, man, between the two trades, I could have been good. All right, new 1 minute candles opening. See where it's going to go. New 5 minute, new everything just opened. Now we're on the 5 minutes. So yeah, I could see some retracement before going lower. Hopefully not. Hopefully it'll just push down there. It'll be good to go. But if we do get too much retracement, I'll get stopped out, break even plus a couple dollars. And I'll give up 400 to make 20 bucks again. There's that retrace. Got at least almost half. It's pretty good. There we go. Getting about half. That's enough. Now turn around and go down. Here we go. 20 bucks. Give up 400 to make 20 again. Unbelievable. What a night. Actually, no, I'm not, because I put my stop all the way up there where I showed you the 5 minute candle. All right. I should do it, though. All right, let's go back to the 5. Let's go back to the 5. Yeah. So we got that almost full retrace. Let's give it a little bit of play here. What do we got? 3 minutes left on this candle. We'll give it a shot. All right, going back to the 1 minute. So close to my target, though. All right, I'm going to have to take this trade off the table. I'll take it off, break even plus a couple bucks, wait for the next trade. I don't want to throw away money on a winning trade, right? That's stupid. I should have moved this down here. I should have never moved it out of the way to show you the 5 minute candle. I should have just left it here. I don't know what I was thinking. And now it might cost me. Dumb trading. Did I get lucky or is this dumb trading? Yeah, as soon as I get back into profit here, I'll drop it. And then just give up another 400 to make 20. And if it wants to sell off from here, I'll have a flatline switch. That'll be nice. Then I'll get in with bigger size and go for the ride. All right, it's going to let me drop my stop. All right, drop my stop. So we'll see if I get lucky. I mean, anything now is bonus money as far as I'm concerned. So I'll capture $200. And then we'll see if we can capture the full thing. Actually, I'll capture 400. No, maybe not. I was going to try to capture 400, but maybe I'll have to settle for 200.
Order filled.
All right, we'll settle for $200 or a little less than $200. All right, waiting for the next setup. If this wants to keep selling off, it'll be a flatline switch. I'll double up my contracts. I'll be able to secure what I need pretty easily, and things will be great. I'm calling it a night. But I need that switch to take place. It's just right at the bottom of the support here. I think what I'm going to have to do for Friday, though, is I'm going to have to trade at night if I can for some flatline switches or check marks. Try to pick up a couple $1,000, and then during the day try to pick up another couple thousand and stay under my 10 trade count limit. Is probably what I'm gonna have to do, because I don't really want to risk. I mean, if I risk 1,500 per trade, I don't want to really blow up this account if I don't have to. I'd rather would rather get rebuild and just only have to make $4,000. Be way better than starting over, I think. All right, let's see. It might be coming down. But I don't mind spending some time trading proven probabilities, hoping that I have a green day with both the nighttime and daytime setups in order to pass. I just don't want a casino trade to try to pass, and I don't really want to risk too much, because then it almost doesn't work. Because if my night is based on a certain number of trades and that's how I get my results, and I risk too much per trade, I won't be able to get that number of trades, because I might get blown out in 2 trades when I needed to have room to take at least 6. So I can't really go bigger. I just got to trade it out. All right, so we got a flatline switch, 2 contracts, 5 seconds. All right, this is scary right on support. 2 seconds.
Order
All right.
filled.
We're in short. All right, if we can at least get here, I'll be in striking distance for Friday. That's really, I just want to set myself up for Friday. I don't need a full win on it. I'd like to be at $154,501 at the end of the night. And then I can trade Thursday night into Friday, make my consistency roll, and be good to go. Now, anything after this is nice, because then I don't have to work as hard Thursday and Friday, or Thursday night into Friday. All right, here we're breaking down. Ooh, just touched that number. Come on, let's go. We got 5 minutes left before the new 30-minute candle opens, and it might retrace, so I definitely don't want to stay in this trade. All right, dropping my stop.
Order filled.
Did we hit it? No, I'm short by $75. 1 contract. Sell.
Order filled.
Trade still active. Got back in with 1 contract. Let's see what we can do. I'm up $6.97 on the day, about $70 short. Maybe I should have waited for that new 30-minute candle to open and just wait for that next trade setup. Then I wouldn't have that far to go in the setup. Might have been a better idea. Well, let's see what happens here. I know I'm trading my P&L. Why? Because this is the game part. I'm just trying to pass this evaluation. I'm trying to set myself up for Friday. I need certain numbers. So I'm trading to get those numbers. Or I'd just be waiting for this to come down and hit the target or stop me out, right? But I don't need to do that. If I was trading long-term in this account, I would need to do that, because I would need this winner to be able to pay for losers. But right now, I'm just trying to get the pass. So I don't need to do that. All right, dropping
Order
it.
filled.
I'm short $6. $6, traders. Do I get back in right now, or do I wait for the retrace? Man, I feel like I have to wait for the next setup. I want to go to bed. All right, waiting for the next setup so I can try to make $6. Now, had I done it with the limit order, if I would have brought my limit order up there, I probably would have got the number I needed. I just don't like getting out like that, because I feel like I'm getting out and I give away any opportunity to make some money. Like, it could totally rip down really far, and next thing you know, I got bonus $2,000. So that's why I hate getting out on those limit orders. I'd rather get out on a trailing stop. All right, we'll wait for a new trade to set up, and then we'll try to make $6. I'm going to try to grab this real quick.
Order filled.
All right, let's see what happens, traders. Am I going to give it all away for $6? Dropping the stop.
Order filled.
And did I get it? Yes, I got it. All right, good deal. 154,546. Got what I need. Man, I was patient, but yep. All right, so here we are. 4,546. So now this actually means something, because once I've crossed 4,500, I now have a buffer in my account. So I'm actually like I consider $46 green in my account because my max loss limit is no longer trailing me. It's staying at 0 now. So anything I make over here, it just adds to my account. So I could start scaling up my risk from here forward if I wanted to, which is great. Graph looks good there. 100% winning for the night. It's always nice to see. Scrolling down. That Friday was a good day. See if I can do that this Friday coming up. Average winning, average losing. Of course, we talked about that earlier. You know, sometimes I have those break even plus a couple dollars. Best trade, worst trade. We'll get that fixed down the road. And in my checkerboard calendar here. So far up 3,174 for the week. On this day, I need to make $4,500, a little less than $4,500, and we'll be good to go past. Moving on to funded next week, right on schedule, and avoiding the rebill. We'll see if we can get there. And down here, you can see I got out. It's bouncing back up. Whew. All right, traders. See you in the next video.